Morning, sir. I'm all ready to come back to full-time education from September as directed.
Well, it's great to see you. Unfortunately, you're slightly off with the time. There were set times you had to arrive, and also, although in the summer you're allowed to wear pretty much anything, it's full school uniform now.
Wait a minute, back in a jiffy.
Okay, don't forget your bike helmet.
Okay. Morning, sir. I'm back.
Oh, so much better. Well done. Just to remind you, you've got to make sure you're turning up at your specific window that's been allocated for you at the right entrance, either this one or that one. The bike sheds will be open, of course, where you can pop your bike in there.
That's what I was going to ask you. You got there first.
You can do that now. And don't forget, if you're in year 8 to year 10, you can park your bike down the other end. There's a bike shed down there you can use to put your bike in.
It's good to be back. What happens if I'm late for school?
Well, it's really important you arrive at your specific window that's been allocated to you. And the school gates close at 8:30, and under these circumstances we can't allow people to come and go, so unfortunately we can't do it. Gates are shut. You're going to struggle. Please be on time.
Oh, that makes sense. It's good to be back though, sir.
Well, I'd love to shake your hand too, but social distancing is still going to be really important for all of us for a while yet, so don't forget, keep your distance from everybody. Try not to touch or grab anybody. Keep your distance.
I will.
Fantastic. Come on, let's go and see what's going on. Right, I'd like you all to line up just along here, please.
I'm in line now, sir. What do I do?
Well, this is where you line up, and you're taking in turns to use the sinks and soap on this side to wash your hands really well before entering school. You okay with that?
What's all this about washing hands? I never used to wash my hands.
Well, good hand hygiene is still really important throughout the day. You're going to be asked to wash your hands a lot more than you normally do, so please make sure that you do that. Okay? Good 20 seconds, you turn it on, and at the end just use your elbow to turn it off so don't keep touching that tap as well. Keeps off. That's the ticket. Ooh, one moment, can I just check? Are you feeling alright?
I'm feeling absolutely fabulous.
Oh, well, that's great news, because if you ever felt that you weren't quite right, you had a bit of a temperature, it's really important that you do stay at home, you isolate, and if you think you've got any of those symptoms, it's really important you maybe book a test and speak to your parents about that. Don't take the risk. As much as you're excited being in school, we'd rather we were safe at school. So stay at home if you're not well.
I'm glad I wore my coat today.
Yeah, well, it's really important you bring your coat to school coming up, because we're going to be spending a bit more time outside. These are our new and exciting marquees. What do you think?
Wow, they're really new and exciting. Why do you want us all outside?
Well, being outside is much better to make sure the transmission of the virus doesn't take place. So moving around outside of the building limits that risk. So we just have to get used to wearing coats a little bit more often and being a little bit cooler.
I like coats.
Good, come on, in we come.
Off to lessons.
No, not just yet. Every year group's been allocated a designated area called their village. And what you do once you wash your hands, you'd make your way there, where you'll muster up there and be directed in by staff to your lessons. So hold on, make sure you get to your designated area in your village. You've got a mask on.
Yes, it's like a shop, isn't it? You have to put them on.
Well, no, not really. The advice has changed, and we've changed our advice in response to that. So yes, you can wear your mask in communal areas where you are mixing and outside. In lessons, you need to take it off.
So it's optional if I wear it or not?
Absolutely, you don't have to, but if you feel more comfortable, then absolutely. You bring in a mask and make sure you're using it properly, putting on and off properly, you wear a mask.
Oh,
Thank you. Are you sure you've got everything, or do you need to borrow anything you might need?
oh, I read all the information that you sent out.
Brilliant.
And I went through it with my parents, so I knew what I needed to bring. So can I just check it with you? Do you mind?
Absolutely, let's go for it.
Okay. I brought my books, the ones I had from last year and stuff that I need still.
Oh, well done.
Okay. I brought my pencil case, so because I'm not allowed to borrow things.
No, you're not allowed to share anything at all, so you've got to keep your equipment to yourself. Well done.
I've even got a green and pink pen. I have.
Wow, your parents have shot well for you.
I know I needed to bring a water bottle.
Absolutely, it needs to be full. We do have water on site, but ideally you want to bring enough water to last you the day in, then you don't need to keep filling it up. Well done.
I'll get a bigger bottle. I like big bottles.
Well done.
I brought a packet of tissues. You said that was a good idea. Why do I need tissues?
Well, it's really important we've got good respiratory hygiene. So if you feel you've got a sneeze coming, it's really important you use one of your tissues, take it out of your bag and sneeze in that and put it in the bin safely if you've done that. So your own tissues will be really good.
That's why I brought a box.
I think you'll probably find that slightly too big. You probably want a smaller packet. I'd carry a nice small packet around a little bit like this. You just have that in your pocket or in your bag, much better.
Good advice. It was quite hard getting all this in there. Is the food coming back to normal or not?
Well, yeah, there will be serveries available to each year group, serving simple things like pasta, baguettes, pizza. But what we recommend to start with is probably trying to bring a packed lunch if you can do. Have you got a packed lunch with
That's
you?
what my mum said. She said bring a packed lunch. So it is.
Is it just shortbread, or have you got lots of nice things in there too?
No, we just like to reuse the tins. I've got crisps and an apple and sandwiches.
That's perfect.
I ate the rest on the way to school.
Yeah, I can understand. Make sure you have a good breakfast. What else have you got in there?
The other thing that was on your list, it said to make sure that you brought some hand sanitizer. It's a good idea to carry my own.
Yeah, perfect.
So I got this one. Is that, my parents are really cautious.
Wow, it's probably overly big really to bring to school. I consider very safety conscious. Personally, what you probably need is a nice little small handy bottle like this that can just pop into your pocket or into your bag. So maybe tomorrow you invest in a slightly smaller one.
That would fit in my bag a lot easier, I do admit.
What else have we got in there? Anything else?
No, that's it. Oh, sir, the classroom looks different.
Yeah, it does. We've made sure all the desks are spread out and all the desks in every classroom are now, wherever possible, facing forwards. And where it isn't possible to have everything front facing, this is a science room, we put physical barriers in place to make sure that we're spinning up. So please, come in, come and grab a seat. Let me just give you a little cleaning cloth. A bit of spray on there just to make sure they're all nice and clean. There you go, clean that one down for us.
Brilliant.
So at the start of the lesson, at the end of the lesson, we make sure the desks are clean to make sure that they're all hygienic for you to learn best.
And do I keep this cloth with me all week?
No. When you finish the lesson, what you'll do is be asked to put it in the bin on your way out to head to your lunchtime or head to your next lesson. So that won't stay with you all week, it's just for this lesson.
But why do we have to keep going in and out all the doors outside?
Well, we've decided wherever possible, it is safer outside than inside. Sounds a bit strange, a little bit colder, but it seems that this virus travels very, it doesn't like being outside and it makes it much safer. So being outside is much safer
We're
place
never
to
going to
be.
mix as year group. How come it's vertical tutoring? I think there's people from other year groups in my class.
Yeah, well, we thought long and hard about this. Your tutor's been really important for you over that whole lockdown period, and we thought vertical tutoring was really, really important. But clearly, it does mean that when we meet as tutor groups, you might end up in a classroom with people in different year groups. But what will happen is they'll all arrive at different times, and as you can see, it's a big classroom in here. Each group of year group students will be sat in their own little mini bubble within that classroom, well away from you as a person. We've also changed the rules as well. We're going to say that on that one occasion at tutor time, if you want to wear your face mask, you can do, because we appreciate it's a little bit different.
Okay, and it's only 15 minutes every day anyway.
That's right, but the tutor's so important to you, it's really important that they get to see you on a day-to-day because they know you best.
Okay, am I ready to go then, sir?
I think so, yeah. Your desk all cleaned. Okay, just wait behind your desk. We'll dismiss you one at a time. Make sure you put your coat on. That's it. Keep nice and warm. And on your way out, you're just going to put that cloth in the bin for me.
Okay, and can I just go anywhere now?
Oh no, you can't go anywhere now. You're going to be going back to your village again, where you'll be directed by a muster, and staff will then direct you to your next lesson when ready. Is that okay?
Fine. So I can't go see my friends in other year groups?
No, I'm afraid not, but I'm sure you've got plenty of friends in your own year group.
Yes, I have. So, sir, when we leave lessons and there's like 1,000 people walking around, how are you going to keep all the year groups from mixing?
Yeah, that's a great question. Well, what we've done is we've got specific times when staff are going to dismiss specific year groups. So there won't be 1,000 people around. There'll be one year group released at one time, then another, then another. And as soon as you're released from your lesson, you're going to head back to your village, your marquee area, where you're going to be before being sorted at and then sent back into school, one year group by year group. So the chances of you bumping into anybody else's year group are very, very low.
But what about at the end of the day? At the end of the day, we'll all be leaving school together.
Well, we've thought of that too.
Oh.
What we've done is the same entrance you came in at is your exit. And what you'll do is, they're all staggered, but certain year groups go at different times. They're all about 5 minutes apart. So it's important when you finish lessons, you make your way out the back doors and out of your designated exits to keep yourself safe.
Each year group has got its own place where they can go for food and to go to the toilet and a different area of the field, and we just never will meet.
Well, yeah, what we've tried to do is each year group gets their own servery area. If they are getting food, you can do that. Clearly, we'd probably prefer you getting packed lunch to start with. If they get their own servery, we've brought in additional toilets outside, so there'll be outside toilets. You don't even need to enter the building if you don't want to. And as you come into school, if you are coming in to use the toilets, there's a certain group of set of toilets that have been allocated to specific groups. So yeah, it's a lot safer.
Excellent. Right, talking about food, I need to go food and then toilet. Thank you. Take care. I don't know whether I'm going to remember all of this all the time. How will I know what to do?
Yeah, we don't expect you to remember it all, so don't worry. Your parents will be sent some information about what's going on, where your village might be, how we manage lunch times, how we manage break times, so all the information is there. And it's a lot to take in. If you can't remember it all, don't worry. When you first arrive at school, there's plenty of staff around who can reassure you and tell you where you need to be and where you need to go to keep yourself safe. So most importantly, don't worry.
Okay, so when I come in, people will tell me where to go, what to do, and it's easy.
It's absolutely easy. Just make sure you do read the guidance and get yourself best prepared as you did with all the stuff you need to do to be successful in school.
That's absolutely chipper. You thought of everything, haven't you?
Well, no, not really. Things will change, different things will happen at different times, and we're ready to respond to that as and when. So we're trying to think of everything. We haven't got it absolutely right, but when things change, we'll adapt and we'll change to make it as safe as possible.